Do you love the Premier League? Because I know I do. And here at the Footy Culture, we are here to bless you with an exclusive discount from our friends at Fubo TV, where you can stream all the Premier League matches live in 4K. Do you love watching Heung-min Son, Bukayo Saka, Manchester United? All of that is available to stream exclusively here in Canada on Fubo TV. So hit our link in the bio for that exclusive offer. Now let's get into the action. How's it going, everybody? It's Jayzinho here, and you know what time it is. It's Footy Culture time. Your favorite time of the week. Thank you, everybody who's been tuning in, showing love, especially to our audio listeners. We're going to shout you guys out today because you guys are strong, loving, supportive, and amazing, and we love you. But let's get started, because what I want to start with today is to shine a light on something that's been in disarray a lot. A squad that has gone through the ringer. Ups, downs, in and around. What I would like to call it is Juventus Football Club, who, by all accounts, may be heading towards a Scudetto. Look, this is not expected, especially after the loss of European football. Juventus, they were getting laughed at. They were in shambles. They were the joke of the league. They were the joke of Sunday morning cornetto with the nonni. But they've come around and they're salvaging. Chris, our Serie A correspondent, what's Juve looking like right now?
They are looking like Juventus. They have that fino alla fino. I have it right here, guys.
Where is it?
No, they had.
Take your pants off, man. Just
I'm gonna take it now. No, they have that fight in them. That never die. They went 1-1 in the 91st, 92nd minute, and then Gagliardini goes up to Rabiot, starts screaming in his face, and Rabiot's like, "Yeah, you know what?" Goes the other way, gets a nice assist. Gatti fluffs it, but then gets his own rebound. We end up winning this game. This game was huge to win because we cannot drop points to these smaller teams. I know Monza's decent, but this just shows that Juventus has that fight in them that they've had when they won those 9 in a row, and obviously in past years that I haven't seen in the past like 3-4 years. So, hey, if Juventus is gonna win a league title, this could be the year.
Are Juventus back?
Juventus is back. I want to have a little bit of a stronger team, but we're back.
You don't think Lautaro has something to say about that?
Hey, Inter. I also say Inter's the best team in that league by far. That team might really like test Champions League again. So
shouldn't the best team win then?
Hey, Juve has never been the squad to be the best in the world. They just like being the best team in Italy.
Damn.
So that's where we're gonna go.
Or are they really gonna compete for Serie A? I mean, they do have the benefit of not having European football, right?
Yeah.
But is that really a benefit?
Of course, Allegri's a coach that likes playing the same players pretty much every game. So now he has the opportunity to play those players every game because they're not going to be playing multiple games a week, like the Inter team, who's going to have to rotate a little bit, which we've seen already. So Juventus playing these same players also builds chemistry within these players that we brought in, like Cambiaso, like Awea, like all these other players, and they're going to get into the team. They've already been into the team perfectly. They fit in just right, and everything's going well. Yes, we don't get a lot of goals, but we're winning matches, and the matches that matter. So,
who would you say is Juventus' best player
right now?
Yeah.
Honestly, either Bremer or Rabiot.
Interesting. Would you say that Juventus being good again, because there's been a lot of discourse around this subject, so I'm going to tread carefully. Would you say Juventus being good again is good for the league?
I hope so. But we're going to see teams start to go down the rankings like we saw this Napoli team last year. We're not going to see them every year in the Champions League anymore. Juve's in the top 4. Or like a Lazio or Roma. Even Milan. Milan's been pretty bad this year. Like when Juve is in that top 4, you're not going to see those fun teams make the Champions League like Atalanta or, you know. But yeah, I would say it's definitely good for the league because they're usually the ones that compete and go far in the Champions League.
Who?
Juve.
When? Are you sure?
Yes.
Go far one.
Yes, they have the most CL finals. They're just losing them.
But when was the last time they
went further into the league. Because if I recall,
That long ago.
last year, which I said yes, titles in the finals.
Inter, yeah. Okay, I said most often.
And Milan was in semifinals.
2017.
So since then, Inter have gone to at least a semifinal.
Okay.
Milan have gone to at least a semifinal.
Okay, that's one each.
Atalanta,
Okay.
Roma.
there as well. Roma.
Yeah, so they all got one. Like, what's...
Well,
I said the most often. They have the most often. They're the most
yeah,
often.
if you're going in terms of history, but if you're looking at terms of recency,
Yeah,
like
because
they're not
look-
the same team in
Look at
Europe.
the state of their team. Like they were on a downhill spiral
What do
after,
you mean?
after that 2017
They were
year.
winning the league.
I get the league, but as teams get better, Juventus was already at their peak in 2017. That was one of the better 2015, 2017. Those that team was one of the best teams I've seen Juve have.
But
Really?
After that, they
with
slowly were declining.
Ronaldo era? Yeah.
No, Ronaldo era was not close to those teams.
No, in terms of the decline started with Ronaldo.
Yeah, when they
Because the
got
squad was imbalanced.
once they got Ronaldo, the decline started happening, and you saw the other teams getting better and better, which obviously led to them making semifinals. But now we're seeing Juventus slowly climb back up.
Okay, what was your favorite? What do you think was the best Juve team of recent memory? Is it the 2012 undefeated team?
No.
Is it the 2015 midfield diamond team with Pogba, Marquisio, Vidal, and Pirlo, or is it the 2018 team with Dybala, Ronaldo, Pipita?
No, it's 2015 team. Not even close. The undefeated team was great, but that was a pretty poor Serie A. Like there wasn't really any competition in that league. But yeah, the 2015 team. No, me personally, I have not seen a better Juventus team than that side.
What was so magical about it?
Just everything. That midfield four, they just got unlucky to play such a generational side in Barcelona's MSN. If they came up against any other side that year, they would have beat them.
Any other side?
Any other side.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Like that played that year. Now, I'm not saying like if you brought Benzema, Ronaldo at like their era to that, the BBC.
Well, the BBC was era it was then, and they beat them in the semifinal via
but like
Morata.
it wasn't like as prominent as it was in 2015.
They just came off a CL win.
In 2015?
They won 2014.
Did they?
Yeah, they beat Atletico Madrid.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Ramos
I'm
in
right.
the final. Yeah.
When am I not?
Yeah. Yeah, Ramos in the final. Okay, yeah. So then, any other side besides that?
Even Jupp Heynckes' Bayern?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I
Yeah.
don't know about that, bro.
Yes,
I
that
don't
team
know
was
about that.
different, man. I'm telling you. they
That
would've
wasn't
beat
Jupp Heynckes' Bayern.
I swear it was.
No, that was
14
Ancelotti.
14,
But
15?
no, that was Pep. That was Pep Bayern.
14-15.
14,
Yes.
15 was Pep, yeah.
Heynckes was gone,
them.
my
Okay,
G.
so then,
Heinkes was 2012,
so then we easily
2013.
beat them.
Yeah.
There's no team besides MSN that beats us that year. Stop saying, there's no other team.
Well, to be fair, you might be right because they made
They
the
were in the
final.
finals, yeah. That's true.
And they lost to the MSN team, so you may be right.
Yeah. Just happened to lose.
But look, I'm happy to see Juventus in a way do well. It is good for the league. They're the biggest team in the league, and when they thrive, there's naturally more eyes because it's La Vecchia Signora. Like there's an aura around it, right? So it's definitely good to see. But I mean, we've seen Juventus in turmoil, right? We have, and it's been tough. It's hurt a lot of souls. It's damaged a lot of the Zios and Zias around Woodbridge and even Torino, even the Amalfi Coast. But I would say another team's turmoil that has really sunk the hearts of football fans and really created so much conversation and discourse around even the stature of this club anymore is Manchester United. And there's a question that arises, and it's a discussion that needs to be had. Should Manchester United get rid of Marcus Rashford?
All-time poor performance.
All time?
All time. There was a guy on Twitter that I found. I posted in our chat. He tracked all the times he didn't defend his man.
Timestamps.
Timestamps. All the times he didn't track. All the times he didn't press. All the times he didn't make the right decision, like a pass. All the times he failed to dribble. All the times he didn't take the shot or use the right option. Like he just pretty much everything he did wrong. So he made a list, and there's a lot of things on this list. Like terrible game from Rashford, and it really showed that game. I'm sure like we've all seen it. Whoever watched it. So
I don't. Again, obviously poor game, but at the same time, do I blame him 100% for the performance? Yes and no, because again, obviously, manager has his tactics. If he's asked not to track back and stay in that option to go forward, because he is a player that obviously is best used when he has his space and counterattacks. But obviously, there's moments where the player kind of has to, you know what, I should track that. I should try to recover this ball. I should be not giving the balls away, which is obviously not needed and not expected from him. But without Rashford playing in that deep line and him having the track back every time, what options do we have going forward? Really? If Garnacho's going to do the same thing, if we're playing Martial over Højlund that game, Højlund didn't even start, right? So if I'm really blaming Rashford for his poor performance, do I blame him fully? No, I blame most of the gaffer, because what else do you have him to do rather than having all 11 players tracking back every single time, rather than having Rashford, which he's best at, break through the line, look into spaces, look at the counterattack. And again, maybe Rashford is also out of his performance recently because of his morale. Maybe has been shot. He hasn't scored a goal in how many games now? You know, off a red card 2 in the Champions League. So I think mentally he's definitely right now at his lowest.
Sorry,
and I don't
move away.
No, I don't say move away. I don't blame. It's him. Yes, he's performing really poorly, worst performances of his career, but it's not just him. The whole club is in shambles right now.
Because we've seen United do this before to other players, aka Falcao, Di Maria, and the list goes on. Depay, like all these players where you see they slowly just start. They're top talents, and
yeah, but those players were brought into the squad at a high price and were bought to perform a certain way. Russia's been there forever now, and he's shown what he's capable of doing. But at the same time, we have no other options. It's not like we're gonna get rid of him and get who.
Yeah, but why not cash in on him now?
For what? What teams really want him though?
Yeah, I'm sure PSG does. PSG's been wanting him for how long?
No,
bro. Look at the forwards they have now, man.
No.
They're not that good.
Yeah,
but at the same time,
big on those forwards.
Compared, you put Rashford on a good day compared to what else we have on the bench.
Does I get it, but are you gonna get a good day anymore? Like, are his good days done?
February, bro.
No, I don't think so. I
I'd hope not.
He's had his poor days, but what other player on the pitch is outperforming his stats right now?
A lot of players. He's
Bruno
for United.
For United.
Oh, for United.
Bruno is.
Yeah, but that's a different
Bruno's
role,
another
different
issue.
position. That's a different. He's obviously created more. He's has a captain's band on. I expect him to perform better. But if you replace him a couple games with Anthony, would you rather do that? Garnacho, Palestri. If Sancho decides to come back into the team, apparently now,
He's training hard.
I have a question actually. Greenwood might be coming back in January. So does he get into this squad? Or do you guys just not play him?
No. If Greenwood comes back in January, I would definitely play him because he's shown, even if it is the Serie A, La Liga. My apologies, La Liga. He's still scoring goals. Has more numbers than half the players on this team.
I think he's got more goals than all your forwards, bro.
Exactly. So I don't know. At that point, sure, you want to give Rashford freaking some time on the bench, sure. But right now, we don't have no other options.
Yeah, I don't think you could really get rid of Rashford because Rashford's kind of like United's golden boy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like he's the one that people point to, like whether the team's doing good, whether the team's doing bad. He has all that PR on him too, and he's the face of the club.
100%.
It's kind of hard to get rid of him just like that, right?
Yeah.
I feel like he's either gonna stay there or he's gonna get kicked out. But more likely he's gonna stay there.
And again, like we've definitely had worse performance from other players in the past. Like, do I say this is deserved or is expected from Rashford? No. Like we obviously expect him to perform better because of such a great run he had last season and his previous seasons. But I don't know if it just comes down to the management as well that are making some of these players mentally not physically out there. And you know what? Sometimes it takes a player like Garnacho to step up and score a wonder goal to kind of get his mentality right. And now start seeing him score goals. Because if you don't see players scoring goals week in, week out, like the morale's going to go down. Example, Lewandowski too, right? For Barcelona.
Yeah.
The guy hasn't scored in how many games? He's going to continue performing that way unless you give him a penalty shot to kind of bring it up.
Yeah.
So
it's a lot deeper than just one player, right? Like the whole thing comes down to like the hierarchy of the club. It comes down to the Glazers and then the board and then the gaffer itself. It's not just the players. It's obviously a lot deeper than that, but there's only so much they could do. Like there's rumors about, certain Saudi guys trying to invest in the club, but it doesn't really seem like it's going through. So I think that's what it's gonna come down to, whether United's saved or not. It's a big investor.
Yeah, but you're talking about Glazers. You're glazing right now.
Am I?
Yeah.
Who am I glazing?
Let me tap into a couple of the topics that were mentioned.
Okay.
Greenwood cannot come back to Manchester United.
PR reasons alone, probably. Yeah.
He cannot come back to Manchester United.
Yeah.
No, because his crime was whether they settled, the crime was committed as a Manchester United player, and the backlash Manchester United would get to allow him back would be ridiculous. So I can't see it happening. Heck, maybe it will, but I can't see it happening.
What should have happened?
On a footballing perspective, yes, he's better than all the other forwards, but in an ethical perspective, probably no.
Man, I feel like yeah, that might be the reason why he doesn't come back. But he comes back a week later, he's scoring goals. Everyone's on his back again.
That's true. One goal will change a lot.
Get this guy minutes. One result, against a top 5-4 team, a win.
The narrative's gonna spin, right?
Dude,
that shows the problem.
Yeah. Okay, but if he's besides his whole legal battle, whatever he's going on with, if I feel like he's playing, if he gets to play in La Liga, why can't he play in the Premier League? He's still doing his job. And if it brings us goals and results to the game, then we have no other options. And again, it does come down to the back end, everything that's happening internally in the club, because it's true. Like if we have all these rumors of us getting big players back in the day, but we have no support from the back end, and then there's just managers now having to force to buy useless players in a way for high wages, bringing in Mount, bringing in Anthony, Onana, who's had a shitty performance since arriving here. There hasn't really been a game that stood out for him so far.
Didn't De Gea tweet out that cold face emoji after United's game? You guys see that?
I saw the rumblings of it. I think it's lame.
You think he's hating?
Was it him or was it a burner?
No, his official.
It was actually his official
Yeah,
account.
his
Wow,
official account,
that's
yeah.
crazy.
But if he's Manchester United through and through, he's gonna you support the next one up.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just bitter.
No, yeah, I would be too to an extent. I mean, he's his direct replacement. He's the next goalkeeper, but it's hating in live time, so it's dust.
I think most of the blame, at least that you could kind of point to, would be Ten Hag.
Well,
We've seen Ten Hag break a lot of records with United this season, but
Negatively,
not records that you'd want to see. So Man U hadn't lost 6 of their first 10 games in all competitions since 1986 until Ten Hag. Hadn't lost 8 of the opening 15 or conceded 33 in their first 20 games in a season since 1962 until Ten Hag. Had never lost 6 of the opening 14 games of a PL season. Hadn't lost 5 of their first 10 games at Old Trafford since 1931 until Ten Hag. No English team in CL history had ever conceded 14 goals in the first 5 CL group games until Ten Hag. Newcastle hadn't won at Old Trafford since 2013. Hadn't conceded 18 goals in the opening 10 games since 1967. Galatasaray hadn't won a game on English soil in 117 years of existing until Eric Ten Hag. And that's just a few of many, many records.
So this was the one that kind of because there was a different one that we talked about before.
Yeah.
So these are more records on top of that now.
Yeah, updated.
That's crazy. An updated list is crazy.
That's crazy.
Is he the worst thing that's happened to United in recent years?
No, I don't.
It seems like it just keeps on getting worse with every gaffer that comes.
Yeah.
Like the problems that were there are still there. And before there wasn't any problems with the players. Now there's problems with the players. The Ronaldo issue, the Sancho issue. Who knows who's next at this rate?
That might be a Ten Hag kind of thing.
That's what I'm saying.
right?
He comes in and now all of a sudden there's these added issues. They're still not performing well. They're still not living up to the expectations of Manchester United. These big money signings that are coming in still aren't performing. But now you're also having issues with existing players that are already there.
Even with Varane too. Why doesn't he play?
Apparently there's issues now.
Injured.
There's issues going on.
I heard there's stuff behind
Yeah, that's what I'm
behind
saying.
the scenes that are going on.
Him and Ten Hag. Apparently he went up to Ten Hag and it was like, why is Evans playing over me?
Why is that bum playing over?
Yeah.
You know what I would respect? If if Pep left City to coach United.
What?
That would not ever happen.
I think if he took it by the scruff of its neck and like, yeah, I'm gonna take the reins and fix Manchester United. I want to see a big gaffer do that. Why not Pep?
That'd be a big boss moment.
It won't. It won't.
Because
It won't be.
I
Pep,
don't
dude.
think managers should have the same allegiances that. I don't think managers should have the same allegiances that, let's say, players have to clubs.
So Pep should go coach Madrid.
Yeah, I don't care.
Pep's too scared to do that because it's going to ruin his legacy.
I mean,
I don't
coaching
read
Mad-
scared gaffers.
coaching Madrid's a different thing than going to coach United because he's Barca like bred, like through and through. He's Catalan, no?
Exactly, fair. That is a little different because that's different in the sense that he played for the rival club. But now even then, like if Pep went to coach Madrid, like whatever, like I give. I wouldn't give a damn.
Damn.
Shows the kind of fan you are, I guess.
No, it's just like I don't think gaffers have allegiances like that. Like it's a like when things go wrong, you're the first one that's called.
That's true.
Even when the players are the ones that are on the pitch playing the game. So like clubs, media, like they don't give a damn about the gaffers.
But that being said, if refs are that easy to be kicked off sent to the curb that easily,
Refs?
sorry, gaffers, doesn't that show that if a gaffer's with a team for 5, 6, 7, 8 years, that had been doing such a well job with them that he's able to stay that long, deserves the respect that is given to that club with him and his fan base and everything like that? Because if it's that easy, then yeah, like there should be no relationship with the club. The guy could probably be sent out, but if he had a great performances with the club, great outcome, winning trophies, trebles, there's no way it's easy for them to just leave. Because that relationship is now built. If it's that easy, then he proved that, you know what? I came here and I changed things.
The thing is, too, it would make zero sense for him to go to coach United. He has it all at City, bro.
Yeah, but like take a challenge.
But for what?
I don't think the gaffers nowadays, if they're at that level, S tier, whatever it is, Ancelotti's, Mourinho's, whoever's.
Well, Mourinho already did it.
Mourinho did it, but I feel like Mourinho is more willing to take risks than he is with other managers.
Rome was a risk.
That's why I respect him.
No, which is good, but coaches like Ancelotti, he's not gonna go. Even though he did go to Everton, which was kind of
That
a
was the
random
weirdest thing
run,
ever, man.
but they're like, why should I go there and ruin my legacy?
So let's say the job you work now, would you do that same job, but do that in a worse environment? Because that's pretty much what would happen with Pep.
Bro, like this is football, like pro football management.
But it is a challenge.
It's
At the end of the
totally
day,
different
if
environment.
if everything is nice, easy going at the current club, we're not gonna go and literally have to flip your. You're gonna have to go to bed with freaking stress at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, but
He's already lost all his hair, bro. What, he's gonna lose?
okay, but like you can't compare it to an everyday environment because he's going from a $10 million job to another $10 million job
Okay, but
in the
look at
same city. He doesn't have to move
But
houses.
look at the environment you're set in.
Yeah.
One, United, we know like how they are with PR. The PR is gonna be crazy if they lose one game, whatever, how many amount of games. Two, they have a worse squad.
Look, I'm not saying it's the dream scenario for a manager to walk into. I'm just saying it'd be fun to see him take that challenge.
But would
Oh,
you
for
do
sure.
that?
Would I do that?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Why?
Because I like a challenge. Challenges are fun.
So you're at City for 8 years, loving life. You have all the best facilities available to you. You've won so many trophies. The fans love you. The club loves you. Why would you leave?
I don't think it's that easy.
Bro,
I don't think it's that easy.
One of my GOAT gaffers, Mourinho, coached Chelsea, Tottenham, London rivals, and Man United.
But how many years did he spend at those clubs?
Chelsea was there for
He's been there twice, right?
Chelsea was
Yeah.
there for 4 years, 4 seasons.
He's also done
Between two
Inter
terms?
What?
and Roma.
Between two
Oh,
terms?
if you add the other terms, then like 6 years, 7 years.
Bad.
I have actually an example for you. Conte coached Juve and he played for Juve, and then he went on to go coach Inter and won them a title.
Yeah.
And now he has links back to Juve.
But Conte, you can't compare Conte to Pep either.
Why?
First of all, look at the level they're at their job, and
It's pretty similar. It's pretty close.
and
Conte
they-
wins everywhere he coaches.
Okay, but if you put Conte on this when Pep joined City, he wouldn't have been in the same position Pep is at now.
No,
No.
obviously, I'm not saying he has the same tactics, but he does win trophies at the same
He
rate.
does,
as
but
us.
he's
He
also-
also coached Chelsea and Tottenham.
and won
Yeah.
the league with Chelsea.
But he's a bit of a mercenary, though.
He's similar to Mourinho. Those guys
You know
don't
who
really
needs
have-
Conte? You guys. I said this before they signed Ten Hag. Conte would have been a better.
Yeah,
but
he
at
would
the end
have.
of the
But then what
day-
happens when he leaves?
Yeah.
After
Yeah,
a year
but
and a half.
he's a stepping stone manager. If he's gonna build the team that you need to keep going for the years to
But
come.
build with who? With what?
No, I get
build
it.
with what? No,
He's
like,
gonna bring
but-
in the players. He's
No, he's not.
yes, he is.
No, he's not. If
Yes,
you
he
don't get
is.
any support from the ownership to get the players that you want and
Ten
ask
Hag
for,
brought in the whole team.
brother, when Soldier was on United, he was looking for Haaland before he went to Salzburg.
Okay, but he didn't. He probably didn't like demand it.
Man, it's not about
And
demanding.
he
it.
wasn't a top manager, Solskjaer. You're
No,
not
of
gonna
course.
give a guy who
But
wasn't a top
then you get a
manager.
player like Eric Ten Hag on the pitch, and look at the players he's looking for.
Yeah, exactly. But he got every single one besides De Jong.
But
Conte's going to come in, ask for players, get the players he
But
wants.
what is different from Conte to what Eric Ten Hag is putting up on the table?
Oh,
right
I
now?
guarantee you they'll.
What is he
they'll-
gonna do? Scrap them? If you don't give me the players, I'm gonna.
No, he's going to get the players.
How?
They-
Well, why?
they-
Why?
they-
Why would they respect? Why would they
Because
respect
Conte's
Conte?
a bigger manager than Ten Hag. For you to bring in Conte, you got to give him the players.
No, you don't
Yes.
think the ownership. Oh, we got Conte. We're gonna give him everything he wants. No,
Yes, you have to.
why?
You have to buy in. Like they bought into Ten Hag.
Yeah, and so why didn't they give him the players that he wanted?
He did.
Barely. I'm sure there was more
He
options.
got every single one.
bro. He got everyone.
They gave him every player he
They,
wanted.
dude, they spent a crazy amount of money.
No, for sure,
There's
but
no
like, I'm sure there was
excuse.
other
Every
options
single
out
one.
there.
Besides De Jong. That's it. Because he wouldn't leave.
I think with Conte it's tough because Conte is gonna stay there for what, a couple of years.
Yeah, but that's all
Like,
you need.
You don't need a stepdad. You need a father that steps up.
Yeah,
You need
No.
that kind of guy.
No.
that's crazy.
Oh
Conte
my
is a stepdad.
No.
You need a father that steps up.
Disagree. They need a stepdad right now because this
No.
stepdad has to put them. Yes, they're not in
No,
place right now.
they need a. Okay, when Arteta was training under Mourinho, Pep, learning from one of the best, right? He went to Arsenal. He's been there for 5 years now, finishing 5th, 8th, 5th, 2nd, and then now where he's hoping to win the title this year. That's 5 years.
Okay.
Conte's gone twice.
Okay.
But why is it that our managers at United only get 1-2 years because they don't see results right away? Whereas Arsenal have that vision, have the players, have that, mentality. So, it's not for now, it's for the future.
It's the culture of the club and the fan base. I
But
think.
at the same time, like we haven't seen results and we haven't seen consistency for the past 10 years now.
I could tell you the difference though. Like Arteta came in and brought in a style of play that
Bro,
Arsenal hasn't seen since Wenger.
the players wanted Arteta out the first season he was
they
in.
want him out, but he literally brought a different style of football that kind of played like Pep and Wenger, like I just said. Ten Hag doesn't do anything. There's nothing there.
And the thing is too, it's not like Arteta got all the players he wanted right away. It
No.
was a bit of a journey to get to that.
Yeah.
And the squad that he inherited at that point wasn't the best.
But as outsiders and myself as a fan, do you see that the players that Ten Hag brought in as, it's today results?
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah.
Today results
Yes.
with
Yeah.
Højlund, with Garnacho,
Yeah.
and Anthony playing right now.
Casemiro.
Casemiro,
Casemiro
Varane,
with
Mount, Onana.
No, but you need a player like Casemiro. You need a player with like Varane who are older, who have the experience to support the up and coming talent. Because you don't expect a brand new
What up
team.
and coming talent though? Besides Garnacho.
We're trying to build something. We have Mine in the midfield, who was performing. And unfortunately, that he got his injury.
Yeah, but you guys are getting
He
forced
has someone to
play
learn
these guys.
from. Same thing with defenders. You brought Martinez, who's also younger, who's developing, to brought an experience with the set next to
Martinez
Varane.
is like 26, is he not?
Yeah.
I don't
But
think that move
but
makes
I think,
sense,
but
though.
with center backs, how far can center backs really perform? They can go into an older age and
I
reach
get it,
their.
but he's not. I wouldn't even say he's a center
At
back.
his frame.
I'm just saying they're going that's a right now team because they brought in those players
It
to
is,
win
yeah.
right now because they see City winning and winning and winning and when they're like, okay, we got something about it. We come second place.
No, but
It is.
If-
It
if-
is.
I don't see. I never expected that team to win.
No,
with
but
the players they
you're
have.
investing that money in those players to maybe not win the league, but to make top four. Like you're fighting for Champions League places with that team.
Well, we got top 4 last season.
Yeah.
We won the Carabao Cup.
That was a
It's
bad
something.
league though last year.
It's a bad league.
Last year was a bad league. This year it got
No,
better because
okay,
we're seeing
yeah,
Liverpool
for sure,
back.
for sure.
We're seeing Newcastle got better.
Spurs,
Aston Villa got better.
Chelsea off.
Spurs got better. Yeah,
Chelsea
Chelsea.
or
But
Chelsea's slowly getting back.
But we can't just say that. It's unfortunate for us too that other teams also got better.
Yeah.
And at the same time, when we were getting players in the summer, were there that many other options in the positions that we're looking for?
I'm sure there was. Like Doku was
there's
available.
there's always options. It's just at the end of the day, like who's on your radar. You know, like what are you actually looking for in these positions? And I think that's the one thing that United have been missing. They're bringing in, you know, good players on paper, but are they bringing things to the team that you need for a style of play? No, because I don't really know what their style of play is. Because when you're looking at wingers, you can look at a list of 10 wingers. They all play right wing, but they all have different strengths and weaknesses, even though they play the same position. Some players are better at cutting in. Some players are better at, you know, touching lines. Some players are better at cutbacks. But if you don't know what you want to do, you're not going to know who to sign. You can't just like blindly look at the list, pick a player for 100 mil, buy that player and hope it works out.
Yeah, United, they buy players with blinders on.
But we were also dealing with injuries early in the season as well. Like a player like Shaw, who's had his good seasons and his poor seasons, unfortunately got injured early. Martinez, you know, didn't come back into this season strong because he still had that injury from previous seasons. And then Varane too coming out. Now you're bringing a new keeper who's fresh to the team, who's
now winner,
but who's also bringing a different style of play compared to what we had before. Now you have a keeper who's playing from the back, which is different than what they're used to, right?
Yeah, but
Casemiro's injured. You bring in a player like Amrabat, who you assumed was going to perform, who's playing left back.
Forgot about Amrabat, yeah.
But this is not doing enough research for the team. Like their scouts are not doing their job.
If you had an option to get Amrabat in your team, would you have done it for what the performance he had for Morocco?
For just Morocco?
But he also was playing really well with Fiorentina.
But I'm not going to bring him in. I'm not going to bring him in to play left back.
But I'm not bringing him in to be also a starting player. And he's playing left back because of the injuries we were dealing with. You had the lot playing both sides of fullback because there was no one playing right back. There was no one playing left back.
So why bring in Amrabat when you need a left back?
We have two left backs. They're both injured.
No, but at that point there was one injured already.
Malacia and Luke Shaw were both injured.
But one was injured at that point.
Then we brought Rahul. Have we ever pronounced his name?
Reguilon.
Oh yeah,
on loan.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Who, again, is he a big player to play?
It was just unfortunate.
And then
in that sense,
Rashford, again, also dealing with injuries sometimes. We have a striker Horzan, who's also new to the team. You expect him to perform, start scoring goals.
That's the only bright signing I've seen from you guys.
And he's good, but again, the rest of the team is in shambles.
Because the signings, though.
And then you have Sancho, who's not performing in training. That's another lost player. Then you had Anthony, who's dealing with his whole thing. Dude, position per position, there was an issue going on.
Is Van de Beek still employed by United?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's insane.
He's leaving in January.
Apparently him and Sancho are going to go Juve together.
That's insane.
But that's what I'm saying. It's not excuses, but
there's been a lot.
Do I blame Ten Hag? Do I blame Rashford? Do I blame the other team? Do I blame the other players, bro? If you have to set up a team of 11 players to come to the pitch where you're kind of throwing in a position just to kind of cover up spots, it's difficult.
Yeah.
Imagine having to play Evans and Maguire.
No, I get it. But imagine having to play Emerson Royale and who's the other fullback? Ben Davies as your center backs and Time City.
Yeah.
Like they're doing with a worse team than what you guys put.
That's a team that's been performing great from the start of the season, where the morale is up there. They have that fight. But from the beginning they had their strong team.
It's not that strong of a team.
Not right
they just
now.
Lost their best player. You can argue.
Who? Oh, Kane. I thought you were talking about like from the squad right now.
Yeah, new gaffer. You lose your talisman for the last 10 years or so, and then you're coming in and you're performing. You're backing the style of play from the manager because he came in with a style of play and he sticks to that style of play every game. But that's I think the one thing with Ten Hag. I know he's been dealing with injuries, but like you can implement a style of play and still go through injuries.
But not for anything though. We had some good runs last season with Ten Hag.
No, for sure.
We had good, and that's with a healthy squad.
Yeah, top 4.
That's with a healthy squad. You know what I mean? And like, we had a great run in Europa League. Unfortunately, got knocked out near the end there. But you know what I mean? Like, we have good runs, but we're dealing with injuries. Sure, and maybe his Ten Hag is also like doesn't know what he's doing at the moment. But there's just so many different reasons at this point.
So for you this season, as a United fan, what's the cutoff for Ten Hag in versus Ten Hag out? Like if you go trophyless,
we've had trophyless seasons.
Trophyless and Europa League or Conference League qualification, is he in?
Yeah, because who's the other options? If he's saying Conte and that's it, but
Conte's a way better.
But is Conte gonna come in now?
If you give him the money, yeah, he'll come in. He'll go to any team if you give him the money.
I don't know what other options we have.
Conte is. I'm telling you, look what he did at Inter. Inter wasn't even that good of a team. He made them good with a shitbox, and he won in the league. And now look at them. I'm telling you, after him, he sets up the team for success before he leaves. I don't think he knows that he's doing that, but that's what he does. Even Juventus, before they got Allegri, Conte set up that team for success with all those players, and then they brought in Allegri, who took them to that next level. Because that's what you have to do with Conte. He doesn't do it. I don't think he does it on purpose. That he just does that for what he likes in his team. But when he leaves, he sets that team up so well run. It's insane.
And which is why I respect gaffers who aren't waste. Like I rate a Conte, I rate a Mourinho. I don't rate a Pep.
Yeah, but
he doesn't take a challenge as a gaffer.
Should he?
Yes.
Why?
Because it's just pick your poison, you know?
If someone's offering you paradise, are you declining?
Yeah, but he's not like paradise feels better when you go through the ringer.
But why should he?
It's gonna feel that paradise is gonna feel better.
But why?
It's just like if you're born rich and you attain more money, it doesn't feel as good as if you were broke.
He has no need to do that though.
I agree with Jay. I think he should take a challenge.
Well, of course he doesn't have a need. Like he has a great legacy and stuff, but maybe as a personal like source of development and achievement, like wow, man, I had it so easy throughout my career. What if I just took that challenge? Would that increase my legacy even more?
Yeah. I saw something actually. Pep Guardiola is almost past Sir Alex Ferguson on trophies. But will that make him a better all-time manager? In my opinion, no, because Sir Alex Ferguson took that challenge with Man United and pretty much he put them on the map.
When
Man United was nothing.
Ferguson came from Scotland,
Yeah.
right?
Man United was nothing.
Tell me the last manager for United that was actually got them trophies consistently was Ferguson.
That was literally the only manager.
But that was a manager that was there from the very beginning, from a team that was, bottom of the table and, performing after how many years later, consistently performing.
Yeah.
Since him, we had Moyes, Van Gaal,
Mourinho, Ole,
Ragnick, and now Ten Hag, of which none of them have been stayed for more than maybe 2 years.
Yeah.
But but you're expecting a manager to come in and keep this team consistently performing if you don't have that up and down. We see clubs always go through that.
Yeah.
But just like Man City, for Pep to go in there and knowing he had the challenge with the facility,
He had a challenge at City
with the facilities that he had in money
to win Champions League.
He was there for the long run.
Not the Prem though.
He was there for the long run. Whereas now our ownership, our fans or whatever aren't looking in the long run. They want the results now. But with the players that are coming in and out of the club every 2 years.
But the thing is, Sir Alex Ferguson put them at such a high standard that it's tough to bring in someone that's going to be there for a long time.
For sure. And that's one of the biggest problems with the club.
Because everyone, this Ten Hag is going to be the second coming of Sir Alex. He's going to be here for the next 10 plus years and carry us to whatever amount of trophies, but he's not that. Like he's not even close. He's bringing the players he wants, and he's not good. Then you had Solskjaer, didn't have any tactics, hero ball.
So do you think once Pep retires and not retired, maybe moves on from City, will that City team continue to be the same?
Depends who they bring in, obviously.
I think the team is so well run from like the higher ups that they'll still be able to be successful even post Pep. But as successful, that's kind of hard to say. But the amount of backing and like facilities that they have, and even players that come up through the academy,
youth, yeah.
I think it's gonna be hard to say that City are going to fail after Pep.
It just comes down to his management in general, because that team runs under his style and his football. You bring someone in and they don't know that, who's doing the coaching at that point? The players? No, you're doing it wrong. We should be doing this. We should be doing that. And then there's rotation of players, bringing new players in, bringing new players out. It's the same thing that happened in United. It's tough. It's tough. Once it's good, it's not always going to be good until things. It's a cycle.
Maybe, but
it's
they're just so well run, man. I don't know. It's tough to see them.
You can't expect it now. You probably said the same thing when Ferguson left. The team looks like at a very high. Yeah. Great talent coming in and out of the youth system too. Young players coming in, performing well.
Yeah, I think it's just about that next gaffer that comes in.
I don't know. I think it just comes down to. I don't know if Eric Ten Hag is the guy to kind of look for the long run.
I would have fired him a long time ago, to be honest.
Yeah,
A
but
long
look,
time ago is hard because he just came last year.
I would have fired him. He has not brought in anything to the team, and you have to give your next coach at least a window. So I would fire him like around. I probably fired him last month, to be honest.
Oh, you're gonna look for the January window?
Yeah.
I think doesn't give it much.
No, you give him at least one window to get a couple players. He's not gonna do it. You can't expect this manager to do anything.
He already had a window.
No, he's like another
new
manager.
Oh.
Give him this window to get like 1 or 2 players they need, and you give him the summer window to get another 2 or 3 players, and that way he has a full squad almost for coming up next season. And then you let him.
I don't know.
Then you see how he does.
yeah, but look. Speaking of the guy, scoring against your rival club, or your parent club for that matter, it's a good feeling. It's one that either fills you with joy or fills you with a little bit of fear, because how do you commemorate such a incredible moment? Some throw the hands right up. Look, I didn't even want to score. The ball just hit my foot and it went in. Some throw a little jab. Some do the Adebayor. Some run across the whole field and slide in front of the fans. Either way, it's emotional. And that's how I felt this weekend when I saw one of my favorite players, one of the most talented players I've seen, the most talented player my age, score against his parent club and sunk him. I'm talking about João Felix in case you guys haven't tapped in.
Nice.
Look,
I got it.
he scored to beat Atletico 1-0, and it was a flu game. He happened to be sick, and he scored, he tripped the keeper, and he put his arms to the side and sallied. And he sallied hard. And it caused some backlash with the Atletico fans, with the Atletico coach. Because before the game, everyone was doubting him. Griezmann was talking trash about him. Simeone tosses 2 cents. The fans, of course, do their thing all season long. And it's like, he scored and he felt the need to selly. How do you guys feel about his selly against his parent club?
It's cold.
I'll let Matthews talk.
It was cold, man.
Didn't he do the Bellingham?
Did the Jude, man.
It's crazy.
Which is even more emotional.
Yeah.
I guess I have the Jude, bro.
He did the Jude.
Who's gonna tell my man that Barca ain't got the facilities to buy him in the summer? It's gonna be awkward, bro, when July 1st hits and he's gotta head back to Atleti. Hey guys, sorry about that goal against you guys, but
And Selly.
But what if they do have the facilities? What if they let
don't,
Lewandowski go?
Yeah, they
It's
could.
a lot of wages off the book. They pull a couple 1-2 levers.
They might. They might.
Little
I don't
swap
think it'd be
deal?
worth it
Swap
to spend
deal.
that money on Felix, to be honest.
Do a swap deal.
What do you
Why
mean?
not?
You guys are just saying he's the most talented player of Jay's age.
Jay said that.
Jay said he's the most talented player of his age. Would you not want to keep that player with your team? I don't know. Me personally, if I'm a Barca fan, if I'm Barcelona, and summer comes around, I'm going to be making some moves. Lewandowski's not looking like that guy. We have Vitor Roque coming in, but we're still not sure if he can cut it at this level. And I can choose one of Cancelo or Felix. I'm choosing Felix, even if he costs me a little bit more, because I think he has a higher potential, and you're paying for a player who is still relatively young. Cancelo is a little bit older. He's been through with a bunch of different teams, and we've seen him have his purple patches with these teams, but he always kind of trends back down to this kind of mid-level, which sees him back out of the squad. So this could just be a high point for Cancelo. And then what happens if he regresses back into that kind of mid-form? Would you rather invest in that, or would you rather invest in someone that has star potential and can be potentially the next forward to lead this line for years to come? Because you don't necessarily have that star forward in the ranks.
That's a good point.
Well, that star forward might possibly be coming in January. That's one.
But what has he done?
2, even if Barca have enough to afford him, I feel like Atleti are going to ask for at least like 80 mil. And I don't think it would make sense to spend that on Felix when, one, he's only got 2 goals in the league so far.
How many in Champions League?
Cancelo, I feel like apparently City would be asking for 25, 35 mil max.
It'll be more than that.
No.
With that being said, Cancelo has more GA right now than Felix, and he's a fullback. So even then, I feel like Felix also makes more sense in our system because, one, he could play on either left back or right back, and he's been quality on both sides too. and the way he like contributes in the attack just makes sense for Barca. 3, Barca could always pull out another forward out of anywhere.
That
It's harder to
performing,
come-
that performs.
It's harder
Where?
to get a world class defender, I think, than an attacker right now.
I still don't see.
No, I think
world-class.
attackers are harder to find in this moment in the world
I don't know.
that can finish.
Barca just came out with a 16-year-old, bro.
Who?
Yamal.
But dude,
Yeah,
we've
but he's
seen this
different.
story before.
Mark Guiwi, an AI generated player, came out of nowhere.
Who made that pass?
So
I mean, so.
someone had to score it.
Yeah, but he's not going to make that goal if Felix doesn't play that beautiful pass.
Someone's got to score the goal, though. He could have made the pass and he could have missed.
I guess. But I don't know. You can't be saying you're going to put your future in Mark Gewi.
No, but I'm just saying, like, there's more options.
You're
for
FC
forwards than there
Barcelona,
are
though.
for proper like fullbacks.
I don't think so. You have Balde.
Yeah, but he's been kind of regressing.
No, I heard they're gonna sell him.
Balde.
They're not gonna
Yeah.
sell him.
So he's been regressing. So what happens now? He was just a wonder kid last week for you guys. You guys are saying, oh, best left back in La
wish-
Liga, one of the
Yeah,
best
I-
left backs in the
I do
world.
think so.
So flip flop.
And then
with these
now all of a
Barca
sudden he's
fans.
regressing and we're going to
Flip
sell him.
flop how?
So what happens if
Because
Yamal starts regressing?
It's good and then it's bad. There's nothing like, okay, he's having a soft patch. He's he's gonna come back.
Yeah, it happens. He's a teenager, bro. Like, you're obviously not gonna perform every single game.
But would you not keep the what you got going on right now if you can?
Yeah, I'm not saying.
Yeah, I didn't say sell him either.
Who, Joao? I'm talking about Joao.
They don't want him.
No, but would you not try going for him if you can?
He's gonna be too expensive. If the price is like 50 mil, then yeah. If it's anything over that, then no.
I could see 60. I don't think it's gonna be over 60.
Yeah.
I feel like it's gonna be at least like 70.
But like you guys gotta get. I think personally, you guys get rid of Lewandowski.
Lewandowski's gone, and you clear what
Rafinha?
30 or 40 million in wages with Lewandowski. That's how much he's getting paid.
Yeah, Rafinha too.
Rafinha, you get what 20 million for Rafinha.
I wouldn't clear Rafinha.
I would clear it. If I was you guys, I would clear
I
Rafinha.
wouldn't.
no one else in that attack right now is as relentless as him when it comes to pressing.
Relentless. Who cares about his pressing, man? You could.
Not
Felix
pressing.
doesn't press.
Pressing is important.
It is important, but I'm saying
Pressing is important.
I'm saying it's important, but like he's not an important player to that squad.
He's the hardest working attacker on the team.
Okay, but you could find that. You could find a cheaper option than that.
Who?
I can't at the top of my head.
Exactly.
I could give you like
Get Chiesa.
go
But
get
you're not gonna get
Cuadrado or
Chiesa.
something.
Yeah.
Quadrado.
No.
Blood's what? 34.
Yeah,
Rafinha's 26.
I guarantee you, he puts up better performances than Rafinha.
You can't guarantee that.
I guarantee it.
I think it just depends on obviously what offers come in. But I think Lewandowski almost for sure is going to be gone in the summer.
He has to leave.
And that alone, even if you don't garner a big transfer fee for him, 15, 20 million, wherever he goes,
Saudi probably.
if less than that, but he's making what, 30 million a season? That clears up enough in wages. And we've already seen Joao Felix is willing to take a pay cut to play for Barcelona. So I think if you're Barca, you can get rid of Lewandowski, use those funds towards Felix. That's probably your best option.
Yeah, sure, you could take a pay cut, but are Atleti going to accept a pay cut in terms
what?
of transfer fee?
No, you pay the transfer fee, but the money you're saving in salary with Lewandowski can go towards that transfer fee. You see what I'm saying?
How
I
about
don't think it makes sense.
Sergio Roberto? Did he leave it? No, he's still there.
He's still around.
Okay, yeah. So isn't he gone after this year? And he's on decent wages.
I believe so.
How much is he on?
His wages, he kind of deterred his fees, so they're not that high, I believe.
There you
What,
go.
5 mil?
Maybe a little more.
Okay, so let's say 7 million. That's another 7 million right there, and he's out.
Yeah,
Non-native
sure.
player. So
Buy some more players in the summer.
Who?
It's tough to get rid of Roberto because he's captain.
Yeah,
But
no,
his contract's done.
Contract.
Roberto's got to stay.
his contract's
No,
done.
I'm pretty sure his contract's done in the summer.
They'll probably re-sign him.
That makes no sense.
His contract's done. You got him out. I would sell Rafinha. I don't think you need him, especially if you're getting if you are trying to keep Felix. And then I'm sure there's I think you guys keep Cancelo too, to be honest.
They're only going to keep one, and it's going to be Cancelo. I'm telling you right now.
If you
I
guys-
think my prediction, they keep none.
Yeah, that can possibly
It
happen.
just doesn't
too.
work out.
so. They keep Balde then.
Yeah, they're gonna keep him no matter what. But I just think like it just doesn't work out. Like I don't know.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I can see them even doing one of those like a loan to buy option where you're not paying the full fee for Joao right away.
Mhm.
You loan him for another season with an obligation to buy after the next. That way you spread the payments out a little bit. But if you're looking at someone like Felix, I feel like his age just fits better with this Barca core players that you have right now.
He does,
Okay.
but he's going to be too expensive. That's the only problem.
But
You
look,
have to pay for quality.
like I want to keep it on like the main question at hand here. Like if you're not letting player, fan, coach, How do you feel? What's your reaction to that kind of selly? Like, what are you guys' thoughts on that kind of selly against not even just your former club, your current club?
I don't think they care that much because I feel like the fans kind of turned their back away from him. Because I remember like towards the end of last season, Felix was kind of like being a brat, like not really like, you know, like participating in training and stuff like that, kind of being like the first one to leave. He just seemed like he was kind of out of it mentally. And I feel like at that point, Atleti fans were kind of...
They're over him. They have Griezmann back.
So
you have your star player back.
That being said, don't you think it's going to be an easier way? Don't you think it'd be easier to get him from Atletico Madrid? You think they're going to be like, you know what?
Easier, but
You know what? Like, we'll charge you more. We'll charge you more. But like, if they want the guy out,
I mean, they don't want to make a loss on him. They paid
No, for sure.
120 mil.
but
They're
how
gonna
many
make a
years ago?
loss.
How many years
I don't know
ago?
if they'll accept half of that.
How many years ago?
I don't know if they'll accept half of that.
They
Well,
might.
they made some money off this loan, however much it is.
Not much.
Let's say 10. They probably made 10 million.
Probably a lot
It's
less
whatever
than
his
that.
contract is.
I think it's less than that, bro. He got a really low salary.
At Atletico.
No, like at Barca.
No, he's making pennies.
Okay, so I could, if I was Simeone, I would just I wouldn't sell him to Barca. Just
Well,
let
it's
him run
not
the
his
bench.
choice.
I know, but I'm saying at the end of the day, it's
I'm sure he doesn't want him back either. But it comes
just be
down
fine
to
to let him sit on the
the ownership to sell him, or whoever it is, at a price that is ideal, and for him not to be rejected either. Because if he's too high, Barca's not going to take him. Who's going to take
Yeah.
him too?
That's the thing. You have to figure out who are the suitors really going to be for that price tag.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like do a United all of a sudden come in and start throwing money around. If they do, sure, that's the best offer you get. You sell them. But if Barca are really the only team that are offering as a team that Felix wants to go to, you know, you take the loss, you get that money back, and you can reinvest in the squad that you have right now because he's no use sitting on your bench.
At the same
And I'm
time,
hoping he turns it around.
That's money better spent elsewhere.
Yeah, you take the loss, you get some of the money back, then at least you can now reinvest that into the squad in some other positions to compete for the league.
they got to find that Griezmann replacement because technically that's why they brought in Felix to be that Griezmann replacement.
Yeah, but we know that didn't work out.
Yeah, so maybe sign someone for the future.
Yeah, I'm sure
Look,
they will.
me personally, I love the celebration.
Yeah, it's a Bellingham celebration. Of course you love
No,
it.
How do
I
we go
mean-
back to this?
No, I know. Sorry, I don't mean the exact I mean the act of it,
Yeah,
because I would probably do the same thing. Like,
if you're on loan.
yeah, I don't even care if it's my parent club. I love the drama.
Yeah,
So Buonanotte is playing Footy Culture FC, representing Buonanotte for the night. You score a banger against us. You're doing the same thing?
Yeah, I'm
100%.
Yeah,
sliding,
this.
saluting.
I can
Yeah,
see
go
it,
like
yeah.
this, bro?
No,
Yeah.
no chance.
Guys off the squad.
No,
Yeah.
like if I was a pro footballer, like you don't understand like what the kind of damage I'd cause.
What's stopping you from doing that?
I'm not pro.
Yeah, but how does that stop?
Wait,
you
what's stopping me from doing it from what? Like
from
here?
doing it right now?
I don't score goals like
Man.
that.
So you'd score goals if you were a pro?
No, I'm saying like if I'm in these situations, if I was pro, if I was balling, if I was a great player, if I'm scoring goals, I'd be causing havoc. I'd be like I'd probably go to the Atletico bench and go like that.
Yeah, okay.
So how come you weren't doing that when you were scoring goals
When?
as a footballer?
When?
Indoor. Didn't you say you scored like over 40 goals in a
Yeah,
season?
but like
you weren't doing that,
yeah,
bro.
but no one's celebrating an indoor.
Why not be the one?
The pitch is so small. Where are you gonna go
You
celebrate?
weren't celebrating? I was celebrating.
Yeah, no, I'd get amped with the
I was
guys.
doing a little shoe shine.
Yeah,
Bro, I was
Shoe
spamming
shine.
the FIFA celebration.
okay, but there's no fans like or like to like rile up.
So?
No, that's a dumb comparison.
How?
I'm just saying I love the celebration. I would do the exact same thing.
That's cap.
No, it's pretty hype celebration.
I would,
Yeah.
I would love to get opposing fans, especially if they're talking trash, like you said. While
so
I'm
was
there,
Felix low key in his interviews before the game.
I would do the same thing, because they, like, you gotta understand, they don't love you like that. How many times I gotta say it? They don't love you like that. These clubs don't give a damn about you, and neither do the fans. You have one bad game, they want you out, they give. So as soon as I come back on the other end, buddy, I'm selling so hard. Like, I'm throwing middle fingers up.
You are
like,
not doing that, bro. You are not doing
like
that.
I'm licking my lips like in front of the
licking
manager.
your lips.
What?
That's weird.
This guy thinks he's Dino in the
no,
pre-match.
like I'm doing calmas.
This guy's spamming all the sellies, eh?
I'm literally just gonna stand there like everything. I'm doing every.
This?
I'm doing the Adebayor. I'm running cross pitch.
No, you're not.
Yeah, in front of the
ain't
rival
doing shit.
fans.
All right, so first goal you score an indoor, you're doing something crazy like that.
Yeah, sure.
Damn.
Sure.
You're gonna. Oh, I forgot, guys.
Sure, no. No. If you remind me pregame, I'll do it.
Remind you? I should have to remind you.
Okay, but what, you like there's no fans to like rile up at indoor
There's
games.
fans up in the in the thing, bro. In the second level.
Like, bro, this isn't pro soccer, man.
So
Oh my
make
god.
it feel like it is.
Okay, but speaking of pro soccer though, something else happened this week. And it was fun and it was engaging and it created a lot of conversation
Tell us.
on the social media and things. Look, everyone's favorite tournament's the Euros. It's just how it is.
World Cup.
Everyone loves the Euros. It's fun. It's exciting. The song is good. Like the song's always good.
Yeah.
The animations are always lit. The colors. Like it's a cool vibe with the Euros. And Euro 24 is in Germany. It's coming back this summer. And we saw the groups get announced. I didn't even know what was happening. The groups. It just
I
came out of
didn't
nowhere.
Yeah, Saturday morning.
Yeah, it kind of just surprised us. I didn't see any promo for it. Like, was it even on TSN? I don't know, but
Probably
it just
not.
happened. Anyways, look, we're not going to go all into it. But there's one thing I want to talk about. The so-called group of death. Italy, Albania, Spain, Croatia. Is Italy in trouble?
Croatia. Italy thrives when they're under pressure like that. When they have a hard group like that, they'll thrive. I do think they make it out of this group. I don't know who's gonna be the other team with them because it could be Croatia or Spain
Or Albania?
Or Albania.
or Albania, sure. But Italy's making it out with Spalletti. They're making it out.
How positive are you?
I'm like 22% sure.
That's it?
Not too confident.
Yeah.
Then.
No, I'm like 71.
70.
71.6.
First or second place?
So we're gonna get. No, we're gonna get second.
Thinking
We're gonna
about
get
it.
second. We're gonna get second.
Really?
Yeah.
Like a close second finish?
Like we're gonna finish with like 5 points, and Croatia or Spain are gonna finish with like 4, if that's possible. Yeah, it should be possible.
So you're not losing?
No, 2 ties and a win.
Jeez.
Why so confident? What's giving you this false confidence?
Nah, I love when there's doubt in the Italy team. I just love it because that's when they thrive. This Italy team is playing their worst football since what? I forgot the damn guy's name. The guy who got fired.
Ventura?
Yeah, Ventura.
Ventura.
Like they've been their worst since then because they didn't make the last World Cup. But they've been slowly getting better, and we've seen it under Spalletti. He's bringing a style of play and his very attacking-minded, fast-paced style of play. And now he's just got to figure out the right team for it. If he could figure out that team and the right players to get for that Euro, at least gonna be dangerous, and they could make a run.
But who are the right players?
Hey, I'm not the coach. I don't know.
Hey, who do you think though?
Yeah, who do
Who's
you-
your
who do you
XI
think?
right now?
Well, for me, if it's obviously Chiesa, Scamacca up top,
Mm-hmm. No Immobile.
Chiro?
no Cheeto.
Is Scamacca a person that's gonna lead you guys to the final?
Yeah, Scamacca has been balling out for Atalanta.
Has he?
And, yeah, and he
What
definitely.
about Raspadori?
Raspadori's another shot. He's been actually quality for Italy and Napoli. So he could be. I would maybe play him on the wing, but I guess you gotta go Berardi. They don't really have a good right winger. And then the midfield 3 would be Barella. That's tough. The midfield 3 is tough. I don't know who they would go.
What about
with.
Berardi?
Yeah, Berardi maybe for the right wing.
Right wing or Politano.
Or Politano. He has been decent. Di Lorenzo
Politano's
right
been
back,
good.
left back Di Marco. And center backs could go with anybody really who he thinks. Maybe Cherby. Bastioni could be in there. You got there's a few options. It's not much. Gatti, like there's he's gonna have to decide. Like I honestly don't know. I don't know what he's gonna do.
Yeah.
But I just want to see him figure out this team. If he could figure it out, Italy is gonna have a good run. Because they definitely have the players to do it. They just gotta
Yeah.
figure it out.
Well, you have 2 heavy beaters to come across in that group.
Yeah, there's one aging team, and Spain doesn't look like the Spain that we saw in last.
Man,
Euro.
we've been calling Croatia the Asian team since they came in second in the World Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since they made that run in
I don't know.
2016.
And they just keep doing it. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's true.
And Spain,
People
not for
stay
not for
doubting
any,
Spain,
not
bro.
for anything. Spain have had a good Euro run as well,
yeah, the Euro run.
a strong run.
That's a long time ago. That was
But
under
that team is
Garcia.
getting better and better, dude.
Huh?
Team's getting better and better.
Yeah.
I think they got worse since the Euro.
But
Spain?
the run that Spain had versus the run that Italy had in the Euro qualifiers,
Italy was better.
No.
Yes. No, you can't say no. Italy did not have one bad game that qualifier.
Qualifying?
I mean, no, not qualifier.
Tournament?
Oh, in the qualifier,
Yeah.
Euro.
Yeah, we're talking about the qualifiers.
Qualifiers.
Oh, qualifiers. Yeah, Spain was better. Yeah,
Yeah, obviously.
I thought you were talking about the Euro for some reason.
No, Euro was so far ago. I think it's difficult to compare because the teams are completely different
Mm-hmm.
now than they are then,
Yeah.
right? But Spain obviously have a good young team, but are they too young,
Inexperienced.
inexperienced? Maybe.
Because this Italy team has a lot of Euro winners on it.
Who's
still.
leading the line? There's some question marks, I think, in the Spain team too, just as much as there is in the Italy team. You have a few mainstays in both teams, but I think both are going to be tricky. I think Croatia, you have a little bit more certainty in terms of you kind of have an idea of exactly who's going to be playing in that team in pretty much all positions. But Albania are a team that we've seen play with a lot of passion. And I think they're going to ruffle a lot of feathers in this group, and it's not going to be easy games against Albania.
2 wins and a tie.
Yeah. No, 1 win, 2 ties.
You said 2 wins and a tie. At
No,
first.
Dan, I said 5 points.
5 points would be enough to get. I think realistically speaking, I can see a world where Spain win out the group,
Yeah.
finish on 9.
Wait, isn't there a wild card?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Wow.
there you go. Italy could get the wild card.
Okay, yeah. That definitely makes things a little bit easier.
That's so
Easy, bro.
stupid, though. I hate that.
You could
wild card
tie your
bullshit.
way to a final, bro.
That's what
Yeah, that's what
Portugal did.
Portugal
I.e.
did.
Portugal.
Yeah. If there's a wild card, it definitely makes things a little bit. But at the end of the day, in a group like that, you almost
it's
like
anyone's,
having a
yeah.
wild card because then you're going to know that 3 good teams are going to be making it through the next round.
Well, not necessarily. It may make it harder for them to get that wild card. Because they're going to be playing against these good teams, Spain, Croatia. They're not going to score many goals against these teams.
Yeah.
And Albania is another tough team to score against.
Yeah.
They're not going to be scoring. Like, your goal difference has to be pretty damn good.
But realistically speaking, like if you look at the groups are pretty well balanced so far. Like even if you look at I believe it's the England group. Sure, you have England, but
Serbia,
then Denmark, Serbia, and Slovenia.
Yeah,
that could go either way. And then even the France group, France, Austria, Netherlands, and then whoever comes out of that qualifier, that's another tough group as well. So I don't think that none of the groups are really like a cakewalk, so to say.
Turkey, Portugal, Czech Republic.
That might be the only. I think Ronaldo got an easy group there. Some could call it rigged. I don't know where all those people
You
are.
think they're gonna try to give Ronaldo this last Euro before just the way FIFA's doing for
hope not,
Messi?
It's not going to be his last time at Portugal. He's going to play in the World Cup.
Yeah, I'm sure.
No,
he'll play,
the
but-
Euro.
Yeah.
It's an extra trophy to add to his cabinet so that people can stop this debate.
Yeah, like does 2 Euros equal a World Cup? Like people are going to start making that
Yeah.
comparison on Twitter, right?
Never.
Never, right? Obviously, but
Euros are fun. I like watching.
yeah, I think the Euros will be fun, and dude, like I'm looking forward to like just footy all day. You can have Euros like morning, like afternoon, and then boom, you're right into the PM Copa America. Like summer's gonna be a blast.
Are they gonna overlap?
Yeah,
They are sick.
they're gonna overlap. So you're
Dope,
just gonna
dope,
be having a
dope, dope.
blast all summer, watching all kinds of good international.
the same
footy.
as 2021.
Yeah, it's a vibe.
Good times.
A blast.
Good times, a blast.
I'm excited.
I frankly think, just to finish off here, that I've heard a lot of rumblings of Albania and Italy to qualify.
Albania and Italy. Wow.
Yeah.
You've been hanging out with some Albanians, huh?
Yeah.
Bias?
Yeah, I think
You
regardless,
never know, man.
Italy
Yeah, anything could happen, bro.
semifinals
Mm.
will be my prediction.
Italy?
Italy semifinals will be my prediction. I think like disappointing team in the tournament for me, Netherlands. I think they're not going to
They
make it.
always are, though.
They're not going to make it to the group. I think
I don't really expect much of them.
People really rate Netherlands like
yeah,
that now?
they do. They do. People still do.
Is there 11 really
Still
that strong?
Netherlands. Yeah,
I don't know.
Hey, they had
Still
a decent
Netherlands.
run last in the World Cup too.
it's still Netherlands, man.
Their run in the World Cup was decent. It led
they're a
to
weird
the
team.
penalties, but it was a decent run.
It's still Netherlands. And if if De Jong's fit, Van Dijk's now kind of back into form, you can't make any kind of arguments against Netherlands. But
Like, it'll be a fun tournament.
yeah,
And I like this. I like how you mentioned Italy doing well against good teams because, yeah, they tend to. They tend to do so. So it should be fun. I mean, already people are like locking up parking spaces at Market Lane.
Stop.
you got
Like,
it. Yeah.
Like, you have to.
That guy
Like, you might have to spray. You might have to spray paint like your name on one of the parking
Yeah,
spots
yeah.
and
I already got
Cataldi
one.
Fresh Market.
Yeah, I
Bring
got
out some
one.
pylons out of your car, bro, and just put them in the spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's already reserved.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time in the city around that time.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't wait, and I know you guys can't wait either. I really appreciate you guys listening, and it means a lot to me. It means everything to me.
He's gonna cry, bro.
So thank you guys for tuning in.
Who's your favorite Hammers player before we end off?
I was gonna say Gianluca Scamacca, but he left,
Damn.
so I'm not gonna say him.
Well, Lucas Jordan Paquetá.
Yeah, I'd probably say Paquetá.
Yeah.
Scamacca.
No, you didn't even let me finish. I literally said I was gonna say him, but he left.
Yeah, you
so I
guys
was
didn't
about
want
to say a
finish those
player.
facts.
No word Prowse shouts?
So definitely
Vana?
Paquetá.
Do the dance for us?
Paquetá should be playing for Man City, quite frankly, at the moment.
Oh.
But
those damn gambling.
but things fell through.
Yeah, they're out.
Damn.
But yeah. But hey, there's no gambling bans around here. We're allowed to gamble on this show.
Yeah.
So,
For now.
and you know we are, because we're always putting parlays, bets, trusting the data. It's part of the game. So thanks guys for tuning in. Like, subscribe, share.
Comment.
And if you're listening on audio, like I said in the beginning, we love you. And I know you guys are listening to the end because the audio listeners are real warriors. They stay till the end every time. So thanks, and rate the pod 5 stars. Leave a review. That's always
yes,
fun.
guys.
We're gonna do an
Yes, yes,
ASMR pod next one, all right? Just for you guys.
yes. Hey, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks guys.
Cheers, boys.
Peace.
You know who we are.
Culture man.
Bye.
See ya. Later.
Holy shit.